And notice where your morning mind is going here as you lie on your back. See if you can allow the mind to rest on the feeling moving into your belly, all the way up to your chest. And then feel the whole body start to release as you exhale. And for the remainder of the time while you're on your mat this morning with us, work to follow your breath. Let this be your only job this morning. It's being this silent, mindful observer of your breath. And on your next inhale, fill the lungs up and hug your right knee in towards your chest. Catch your right knee with both hands as you start to extend the left leg all the way out in front of you. Maybe even flexing the left foot slightly, waking up your hamstrings this morning. As you breathe in and out, feel your belly expand and contract with your breath. And this morning, our focus is on back care. So as you continue to observe your inhale and exhale, notice how your back is doing this morning. Good morning to those of you just joining us on Facebook. Thank you for being here and staying with us, even though the live was started a bit after 8. Thanks for being here. Take one more breath in here, just creating this gentle stretch in the inner thigh. And then allow your right arm to splay out to the right side. Slowly let that right knee come over to the left side of your body, guiding it with your left hand. Good. Allow your chin to fall over to your right shoulder. Take a deep breath into the rib cage. And as you exhale, release the shoulders and upper back down to the floor. And if you're here on Facebook with us, welcome. Allow yourself to rest on your back in this spinal twist. Breathing in here through your nose and out. On your next breath in, fill your body up. Bring the right knee back through center. Give it one more squeeze. Then go ahead, extend that right leg long. And on your backs, hug your left knee in towards your body. Good. Reaching the right toes up towards the sky with your right leg, right foot. Then allow that left arm to splay out to your left side. Good. Allow your chin to fall over to the right shoulder. And continue to breathe through your nose. As you continue to shift that attention in, maybe your eyes are still closed here. And you visualize all the muscles along the spine stretching as you inhale here. And feel those muscles of the upper back relaxing as you exhale here. And on your next inhalation, come back through center. Bring both knees in towards your chest. Good. You can take both of your hands underneath the knees or right above the knees and start to rock from side to side on your backs. Just giving yourself a little back massage this morning as you rock from side to side. Good. Then make your way all the way up to a seated position, just rocking back and forth at first. Take your time to get there. Beautiful. Across the legs in a comfortable way. Maybe you still use those blocks, resting them under the knees. Let your hands rest at the top of your knees this morning. The palms can be facing down or it can be lifted towards the ceiling. See that the spine is upright. Gently tuck your chin here and allow the eyes to soften close. And with the eyes closed, take that gazeless gaze right towards the center of your eyebrows. Focusing our attention, our awareness, and now where we look in class. So if you keep your eyes closed during class, try to keep that gazeless gaze steady between your brows. And if the eyes are open, we'll direct some soft, gentle gazes like where you should look in your practice. Let's take 5 more deep breaths here in this grounded, seated position. Engaging not only those muscles in our core, but the muscles in our back to sit up nice and tall as you breathe in and as you breathe out. And on your next inhale, lift your chin up, maybe the eyes open, maybe not. And allow your right ear to come down to your right shoulder. And then bring your chin down towards your chest. Inhale, take the left ear to your left shoulder. Chin rises with your chest and your breath. Exhale, release the ear and the breath. And take a few more rounds of these neck rolls. Well, good morning. I see some more friends are joining us on Instagram. How are you this morning, Jim? Good morning to everyone on Instagram. Go ahead and change the direction of your neck rolls. As you exhale and your chin goes down, just feel that gentle stretch in your upper back. Good, and on your next breath in, circle the arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Lift your chin and your heart as you anchor down through your sitting bones. Reach up, and as you exhale, plant your fingertips right in front of you on the floor and start to slowly inch them forward. For some of us, you may be right here today, and that's all right. That's perfect, as long as you're breathing deeply in and out. Maybe you go a little further. Keep going until you feel some resistance, keeping the back straight. You don't want to put any strain on our neck and shoulders here. So if you have blocks or blankets or pillows from your bed, you can always grab those to place right underneath the forehead. Or you can stay right there on those fingers, just starting to feel this stretch in the lumbar spine. Might even start to notice some sensations in the upper hip near your psoas. Take a deep breath into that space, anchoring down through your sitting bones. And exhale into your seated forward fold. We'll take 5 deep breaths here. Oh, it looks like Trista's pet wants to do yoga with us this morning. So cute. Faith?
Yes, Faith, like, have faith.
Oh, hi, Faith. So I'm talking to our kitty doing yoga. Trista's kitty is doing yoga with her on our Instagram live. All right, start to come out of that. Take a deep breath in, Trista and Faith. Reach the arms up. Look up past your fingertips And then place your right hand right behind your hips onto the floor. Left hand comes to the right knee and twist. Deep breath in, straightening your spine. And exhale as you come back through center. Take a deep breath in, lift the arms, lift the gaze. And as you exhale, change sides. Take the left palm to the floor. Right hand comes to your left knee as you twist. Draw your shoulder blades down your spine and take a deep breath in to sit up tall. Release your hold of the knee. Take a breath in, lift the arms up. And as you exhale, start to come forward again. Planting the fingertips down, maybe walking them out a bit, reaching your chin out towards your fingers. Feel that stretch in your back as you press the hips down into your yoga mat. And as you exhale, start to release forward. Letting your head and neck relax here. And it's okay if your head isn't touching the ground or a block. Sometimes it's that tight psoas, our hips even, that decrease the flexibility of our back body. Take 2 more deep breaths here in our seated forward fold. And on your next breath in, start to fill your body and lift it. Reach the arms all the way up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, come onto your hands and knees. If you have anything going on with the knees, maybe you stay in that seated position. Just sitting up nice and tall, still engaging your back body. On your hands and knees here, take your knees far apart, grabbing extra support if needed, like a blanket underneath the knees. And take the knees to the corners of your mat, big toes coming together. And then go ahead and start to sink your hips back towards your heels. If you feel too much going on in your knees or your hips, use your blocks and place it underneath your head. Otherwise, allow your head to come all the way to the floor as Trista has. Whichever pose you're in or variation of it is child's pose. From your variation of child's pose, tap back into that role of being the observer. Observing the breath as it moves into your belly, filling it. It moves out of your belly, contracting it away from the floor. If there's any point throughout practice when you notice yourself breathing quickly or your attention has moved externally again, I invite you to come to child's pose. And all you find it there, bring your heart, engage your triceps and biceps here, pushing the floor away from you. And maybe step those knees back so you can lengthen the trunk of your body and your back. Take a deep breath in, dropping the belly down, lifting your face up, drawing shoulders back in cow pose. And as you exhale, round your back in cat pose. So really try to round back so the center of your back reaches towards the ceiling. And as you inhale, fill up, lift your face, drop the belly down. And as you exhale to that cat, punch your back and press your toenails down into the floor. Take a few more of these cat and cows at the pace of your breath. Not only working to stretch and strengthen the back, but working to link our breath and our movement here. Inhales, lifting your body, and exhales, releasing your body. Now, if you're in that seated, start to meet us here in this position or in an inverted V, downward dog. Begin to lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Any issues with the wrist, you can always come right here to this stable table and breathe. From your downward dog, peek at your knees or between your navel if the eyes are open so there's no weight on your neck and shoulders here. And then start to walk your dog, bending one knee while the other knee straightens. driving your heel down towards the floor as the leg straightens. On your next breath in, start to lift your heels or your knees off of the floor and walk your feet up to meet your hands. Take your time getting there. Come all the way to the top of your yoga mat with your hands at your heart center. Good. Breathe. Exhale, fold forward. Reach your fingertips down to your shins or to the floor or to a block. We'll try that half lift again. Lift up just halfway with the nice flat back. Roll your shoulder heads back. Feel the back stretching. Then exhale, fold all the way back in. Catch opposite elbows for this second forward fold. Good. And just gently feel your back body and your hamstrings stretching here. With your chin tucked, maybe you even start to allow the elbows to gently sway from right to left. And as you do this, just imagine those roots in your feet. Imagine the feet are roots growing deeper in your yoga mat. Feeling the four corners of both feet ground through your mat. As you exhale, release your fingers in your body. Take a deep breath in, rooting through the feet, filling up, reaching the arms up. Look past your fingertips here. As you exhale, bring your palms together and the thumbs come down to your heart. Close your eyes. Without any judgment, just practicing together as we become that observer. To let go of things outside of us. Just focus on what's happening inside of us. As you breathe in, feel this life-giving breath gently lift your heart. And as you breathe out, notice the shoulders coming down the back, grounding through the feet. On your next inhale, circle your arms up towards the ceiling, reach up, look up, so rooting through the feet. And catch your left wrist and start to stretch your body over towards the right. If you see that left shoulder hunching over, bring it all the way back to open the chest. Inhale, come back through center, lift the arms and gaze. Catch your right wrist and start to stretch all the way over to the left. Peeking past that right elbow. Inhale, come right back through center, create goalpost arms. Good. Take a deep breath in, fill up the frontal plane of your body with your breath as you look up and take a gentle back bend. As you exhale, circle your fingertips down to your toes. Release your body and fold in. Look at the knees or navel. Inhale, lift up just halfway with a flat back. Fingertips coming to shin, or maybe you could use a block. As you exhale, plant the hands, come down to your hands and knees. This may become the top of a push-up. Wherever you are, take a deep breath in. Feel your rib cage expand in opposite directions with the breath. As you exhale, keep the elbows in and slowly lower your chest down to meet the mat before your pelvis. Good. Press your toenails down and notice where your hands are here. Reach your hands back behind you, like those arms are creating a cape here. Inhale, start to lift up. Keep the legs together. Good. Feel your back body strengthening and lifting. Breathe in here. Maybe the rib cage fills and lifts. Exhale, place the hands under the shoulders. Come up to your hands and knees. Maybe right back to that downward dog. And take 5 even breaths through your nose. From your down dog or from your table. Breathe in through the nose. And breathe out. Breathe in, filling up belly, ribs, and chest. And as you exhale, feel the heart soften. Stretch the heart between the thighs. Take a deep breath in. Lift your knees or your heels if you're in that down dog like Trista, and start to bring the feet to meet the hands. Walking to the top of your yoga mat. Inhale as you lift halfway with a nice flat back. Exhale, fold back in, bring the chest towards the thighs. Fill your lungs up, root through the toes, and reach all the way up towards the ceiling. Exhale to bring the palms down to your heart. And we'll take those side bends again at our own pace. Fill your lungs, raise your arms and your gaze. Catch your left wrist and stretch your body over to the right. And look up, open up. Inhale, lift the arms back up. Feel as you change sides. Feel the shoulders draw down your back. Deep breath in, come back through center, create those goalpost arms and open up, broadening your collarbone with breath. Exhale as you fold, hinging from the hips, peek at your belly or between your knees. Fill your lungs and lift halfway up. Feel that elongation of the spine as you reach the body forward. Exhale to plant your hands. Come down to the hands and knees or the top of your plank. And as you exhale, slowly lower your body down. Engaging your abdominal muscles as you lower with control. Reach the arms back, fill your lungs up, lift your body up with your breath. Good. Exhale, plant the hands. Make your way to your hands and knees or to your downward facing dog for 5 deep breaths. I'm seeing some friends just joining us on Facebook, also on Instagram. If you're just getting here, we're doing a variation of sun salutation, letter A. If you come to our classes usually on the regular and you're familiar with this flow, feel free to take it on your own a couple times. Otherwise, move through it once more with Trista and I. On your next breath in, lift your knees or your heels up, engage the low belly as you bring the feet forward. Feel your back here in this pose. Good. As you inhale, fill up and extend your back, lift halfway. Exhale, dive back into your forward fold, releasing body and breath. Inhale, reach the arms up. Fill up your whole body as you stretch the torso long. Palms meet at your heart center. Good. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale from your right side to your left. And really pull that arm, the right arm, so you feel that stretch in your side body. Come back through center, reach up, open up, look up, and release your breath in your body, taking that forward fold. Fill your lungs up as the belly expands here, and then plant your hands, come on down to the hands and knees or the top of your table. Good. Fill the lungs. Exhale, lower down, releasing body and breath. Reach the arms back, contract the shoulder blades, lift the heart. And exhale as you plant your hands and rise up to your stable table or your inverted V in downward dog. And to feel the back elongate further, just get more of a stretch. You can walk your knees back or walk your feet back. And from downward dog, feel the chest reach between the thighs. Take a deep breath in, expanding your belly with your breath. And then exhale as you contract it. Go ahead and lift your right leg all the way up and back behind you. If you're on your hands and knees, you can stay as I am, just reaching the leg back so it's parallel with your hips. And then slowly start to contract your belly, draw the knee in towards the chest, and plant your right foot between your hands. Take your time to get there. Good. Lower the left knee down. Bring your hands to your hips. Maybe those hands come to a block. But wherever you are, notice where your knee is over the ankle. See that it's over it and bring the hands back to the hips. Bring the left hip forward and take the right hip crease back. Take a deep breath in, lifting your chest up here. Maybe you stay right here in this kneeling crescent. The hands down or at your hips, or maybe with the fingertips reaching towards the ceiling. You may also move into warrior letter A here, where you lift the left knee and pivot the left heel down and reach your arms up towards the sky. So take whichever variation you like this morning, with the hips facing forward. If you're in warrior letter A, look down at your left foot. See that it's at a 45-degree angle to bring that left hip forward. Take another deep breath in here, lifting the fingertips up towards the sky. As you exhale, surround your right foot with both of your hands and slowly come down to the hands and knees or the top of your plank. And breathe. Gently lower down with control. Fill your lungs up, lift your heart and your gaze up. Exhale, plant the hands underneath the shoulders again and rise to your hands and knees or your down dog. Fill your belly with breath and let that left leg float up and back behind you. As you exhale, contract low belly and start to bring that left foot all the way up between your palms. Right knee lowers down to the floor. Notice where the knee is over the ankle. See that you feel comfortable here and you're getting that stretch through the inner thigh, the psoas here, right? Maybe you keep your hands down right inside of that left leg, maybe resting on the block, where you start to bring the hands to the hips. If you did warrior A on your left or on your right, maybe you do it on your left, starting to lift that right knee up, pivoting the right heel down, and orientating your hips so they face forward. Take a deep breath in, rib cage lifting, and as you exhale, lunging into that left leg, whether you're in your warrior or your kneeling crescent. Take a deep breath in, stretching your inner thigh here, and as you exhale and lunge into the left knee. Beautiful, Trista. Exhale, surround your left foot, and slowly come down to your table or your plank pose. Fill your belly up so your body's nice and buoyant here, and slowly lower down with control. Take your time getting there. Deep breath in, lift the heart up. Exhale to your downward dog or your stable table or your child's pose, yogi's choice. Take whatever you need to remain that calm and collected observer. Watching your breath as it flows into your body and as it flows out of your body. You're going to go ahead, step your right foot up between your hands. And then you're going to stand up and open up to star pose, to a strong standing pose. Turn your toes apart from each other, straighten your legs, and open your arms wide. Take a deep breath in. Feel the breath extending through your extremities here as you reach out. And as you exhale, start to fold forward. Your hands can come down to the floor. Your hands can come down to a block. And reach the chest between the thighs. Looking at your belly button or maybe between the legs. Breathe. Feel the inner thigh stretching. Move down through the toes. And on your next breath in, lift up just halfway. Flatten out your back. Feel it extending. And then start to walk your hands over towards your right foot. Good. Turning those right toes forward. Your left hand can stay on the floor, or you can put your left hand on a block. And as you inhale, wave your right arm up towards the sky, coming into revolved triangle pose. Breathe through your nose. Good. Exhale, lower your hand down. Take a little yoga walk over to your other foot. And then turn your left toes towards the back of the mat. That right hand can come onto the floor or maybe a block. And then as you inhale, wave your left arm up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in and release the breath out as you twist a little deeper from your navel. Keep rooting through the outer edge of that right foot so both legs are equally engaged. Take another inhale here through the nose. As you exhale, lower the hands down. Bring your hands back through center and turn the feet forward. As you inhale, lift halfway up. And as you exhale, fold all the way in, releasing your body in this forward fold again. You may feel more of a stretch through your legs, but just kind of gently let your back stretch. Letting the crown of your head reach down to the floor. Take a deep breath in here. As you exhale, bring your hands up to your hips, ground through the feet. Inhale, stand all the way up here. As you inhale, open the arms wide. Ground through your feet again, gently turning the heels in. Interlace your fingertips underneath your low back. Start to contract the traps as you take a deep breath in towards the chest. Let the knuckles hang heavy towards the floor as you breathe into your heart center. Look up. Take a moment here to ground through the feet. And as you exhale, fold forward. Keep the shoulder blades drawing towards one another. And from here, look between your knees or at your navel. Hands may start to come away from your low back to bring this deep stretch into our shoulders. Deep breath in and breath out. And even though we're hanging upside down, you can start to feel the muscles in the lower traps engaging to pull those shoulders away from your ears. See if you can find 2 more deep breaths here in the standing forward fold. Giving your upper back some release as you lower the fingertips down to the floor. Walk your hands all the way over towards your right foot. Turn the right foot forward and gently lower your left knee down towards the floor. Now bring your right hand inside of your right foot. To inch that right foot over to the right edge of your yoga mat. And get that length and space at the inner thighs. Good. Take your breath in, expand the belly, stretch the sternum forward. Some of us may stay right here with the gentle bend in the elbows in this variation of lizard pose. Or you may grab a block or a couple blocks and place them underneath your elbows, or those elbows can come all the way down to the mat. Setting us up for a humble warrior. You've been practicing with us all week. You know that we've been on hips. Notice how this pose feels today as you work to open up your hips day by day, breath by breath. Breathing in through the nose and slowly breathing out through your nose. Just slowly observing the breath move into those tight spaces in your body. Visualizing the subtle movement taking place inside of your hip right now as you breathe into it. Take a deep breath in, slowly rise to your hands if you're not already there. Remove your blocks and take the right knee back to meet the left. Maybe that becomes downward dog for you and you walk it out. bringing some blood back into the right hip flexor. And then go ahead, lift that left leg up and back behind you. And start to plant that left foot all the way up between your hands, preparing for humble warrior on the other side. Inch your right knee back if needed to create more space. But take your left hand inside of your right or your left foot and just take a moment here. Maybe you roll on the outer edge of that left foot. Reach the heart forward. Grab your blocks if needed, and then come on down to your elbows. Maybe you stay at the hands. Go to that place where you can breathe easy. Our breath is always a reflection of how we're feeling. Oh, good morning, cousin. Hey, Anita. She's on here joining us, opening her hips this morning. Good to see you. So again, breathe. Feeling that psoas that starts right. Feel that releasing. Breath by breath. Good. As you inhale, send the breath to any places you feel tightness. And as you release your breath, maybe you feel that tight space start to release a bit more. As you work to let it go. That's this concept, this notion of Vidyaga in practice, just letting go, detaching from these very temporary sensations. Just taking 2 more deep breaths, just committed to seeing them move into your body. And watch them release your body. Letting go. And on your next inhale, take a deep breath in, rise to your hands if you aren't already there. Remove your blocks or your blanket and take the left knee back to meet the right. Maybe even making your way into that inverted V, downward dog. Or you can stay on the hands and knees and make these big circles, taking the hips back to the heels and coming forward, taking the shoulders over the wrists. Take either variation to bring the blood back into your hip flexors. Good. Then you can cross the ankles and roll the feet through, or just make your way to a comfortable seated position. Stretch the legs out in front of you, taking a little counter pose for our hips as we internally rotate our thighs and bring the ankle bones together, taking any extra flesh from underneath your sitting bones so they can get grounded as your feet were in mountain pose. Take a deep breath in, circle the arms all the way up towards the ceiling, look up, stretch the torso tall. And as you exhale, reach out to catch right above your knees, maybe right under your knees. Maybe you grab your ankles or the outer edges of your feet this morning. Wherever you are, take that deep breath in to elongate your spine as Trista has done. Nice. And then as you exhale, release your body as you release your breath. Breathing in and out here in your forward fold. Feel the muscles that run the length of your spine, stretching as you take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, releasing, letting go. detaching. On your next breath in, inflate your belly and start to rise towards the ceiling, lifting your gaze all the way back up. And as you exhale, continue to keep the feet flexed and release the body without reaching for anything. Just letting go here as you fold forward. Maybe you place a blanket, roll it up, or you place your blocks underneath your head. Whatever you need to take the strain off of your back here in this forward fold, so it's able to become more of a passive forward fold. Nice. And then on your next inhale, fill your body up and start to lift it up very slowly and come down to your back. Take your time to get there. Maybe use your elbows to get you down, or your core strength and lower. All get there, hug your knees in towards your chest. Feel that low back gently extending as you pull the knees in towards your chest. And then go ahead, flex your footprints all the way up towards the ceiling here. Let it dangle down towards your face. And breathe. Maybe you stay right here in this candlestick pose. But if it's okay for your shoulders, your neck, keep gazing at the ceiling and start to lift your hips all the way up towards the ceiling. Stacking your hips right over your shoulders. Nice, Trista. Press those footprints up towards the ceiling, engaging your abdominal muscles. Walking your elbows together and tucking the chin in towards the chest. So if you're following us or practicing along on Facebook, I'm giving our yoga teacher and friend Trista and you all the option to take this into shoulder stand where your hips stack over your shoulders. Take whichever variation you like. And find 5 more deep breaths here. If you're up in that shoulder stand, work to deepen your breath now that your lungs are slightly compressed there. And from your shoulder stand, let your toes come all the way over your head to meet the floor, moving into a great back stretch, which is called plow pose. For those of us on Facebook, continue to stay here. Feel your low back elongating as you send those heels up towards the ceiling. So in either pose, you get this active stretch through the back. Interested to see what that back bend looks like? Definitely Google plow pose or halasana. It is really nice for your back body. Take one more inhale there in halasana, Trista. And then slowly, vertebra by vertebra, we'll all meet on our backs with the knees bent, pressing the soles of your feet to the floor. Take your knees hips distance apart and let your hands come down beside you and let those knees windshield wiper from right to left. Good. Just giving some release to the back. And then press the soles of your feet into the floor. Raise up gazeless gaze. Fill up. Feel that stretch and bridge pose. Continue to look at the ceiling to protect your neck. Maybe you walk the shoulder blades together and interlace the hands underneath or a block and place it right underneath the low back, at your tailbone. Wherever you are, take 3 more deep breaths in and out through your nose. Feel your back body expanding as you inhale. And feel the chest softening as you exhale. Take 1 more deep breath in, chest, hips lifting. Exhale as you release your hips down to your yoga mat. Take your time. Hug the knees in towards your chest. And draw a few little circles on the ceiling, giving your low back a little massage. And then go ahead, place your feet back down on the floor. Open your arms wide to a T. And let your knees fall to the right. And allow your chin to fall to the left. Stacking that left knee over the right as much as possible because it may be up today. So that left shoulder can plant onto the mat. And if you're on IG, the video will cut out, but keep breathing. It's okay. Start it over if you need to. We'll be here. Taking this spinal twist on our backs. Change sides. Let your chin fall over to your right shoulder. For those of you on Instagram, continue to hang out in that twist. Breathing in and out through your nose. Good. And then bring the feet back through center. Lying down on your back. Bring the soles of your feet together. And allow those knees to drift apart like pages of a book. Good. In that reclined cobbler's pose, Supta Baddha Konasana. Just let your hands rest over your head. Feel that psoas muscle opening and releasing. Feel the muscles along your back in this pose. Gently releasing into your yoga mat. And then go ahead, extend both of your heels down the edges of your yoga mat. Welcome back, Trista. For the best part of class, Shavasana. Go ahead and lie all the way down. Let your hands come by your sides, or you can let them rest where they were at the beginning of class. Taking a moment here as we start to close our practice and wind down. To notice any release in your back body. In your hips, in your psoas. Letting all of the muscles along your spine soften into your yoga mat. Lying down in Shavasana, scan your whole body. And then slowly start to add some movement to your toes and your fingers. Let your chin pass from one side, one shoulder. And then take a deep breath in, lungs up. With your breath, reach your arms over your head. Take a big morning stretch. Breathe in. Exhale, release your breath through your mouth. Good. On your next inhale, squeeze the knees in towards your heart. Give yourself a little hug for being here to care for your back this morning, care for your mind, your body. And then rock on to your favorite side to sleep on, wherever you get most comfortable at night. Good. Oh, thanks, Augusta. Then start to plant your hands and lift yourself up to a seated position. Take your time to get there. Take a full inhalation. Circle your arms up towards the ceiling as you fill your body up with this gift of breath. And bring your palms together and the thumbs rest at your heart. Close your eyes. Gently tuck the chin, straighten your spine. Let's seal our moving meditation, stepping back into that role of observer again together. As we watch the breath move in, fill up your lungs, fill up your ribs, fill up your chest. Open your mouth and let it go. The light in me bows to that same light in all of you. Namaste. Thanks for practicing with us, friends on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you so much for being here with us, Trista, and demonstrating and showing all the yogis all the variations and what our bodies can do, and appreciating those differences. I love it. So again, thank you for being here. Trista teaches with Yoganic Flow too. She teaches our kids yoga classes mostly. Also, she taught some classes at Eastern Market, which we offer over the summer. But you might even see her at a Sidewalk Detroit class that we offer. So we look forward to seeing you again. Thanks for joining the Yoganic Flow team this morning to offer this healing Hatha yoga class. And let us know how your back feels. You know, give us a thumbs up or a namaste. And have a great rest of your day. Thank you. Bye, Trista.
Bye, Kerrie.
See you. Have a good day.
You too.
Thanks. Bye.